Pastor's Note for May 7th, 2026. Listening Session Next Steps. Once again, I want to thank everyone who made our listening sessions possible, especially our PFAC. I have heard very positive feedback. Now the PFAC begins the long process of reading all of the notes that were taken at tables and looking for common themes. Over the next few weeks, these themes will be refined through multiple stages, with the hope to publish the final synthesis in the middle of June. We often have requests to publish all of the notes for those who are curious, but the Archdiocese tells us that we are not allowed to do so. My guess is that they want people to feel safe in sharing their honest thoughts, and that publishing those thoughts directly might be seen as a deterrent. Nonetheless, the PFAC is trying to find a compromise solution, where they publish a midpoint document from their process that might contain a bulleted list of all the themes they identified, in addition to the final synthesis, which is necessarily abbreviated. We are also hoping this helps parishioners know that they were heard, even if their personal point does not make it into the final synthesis. Finally, I have heard requests from people to view my video again. It can be found at a link in the show notes. Major Parish Family Weekend Hullabaloo. Long story short, we are going to try to do a big combined county-wide Mass on June 14th at 11 a.m. at the Wecklium at Lummi. This will be followed by a parish family picnic at the Squalicum Boathouse at 1 p.m. Mark your calendars. Long story long, Sacred Heart has traditionally held a parish picnic the weekend following the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart. Last year, they really wanted members from other Whatcom Catholic churches to come, but they kept hearing the question, are we allowed to be here? So this year, they decided to rebrand and host the Whatcom Catholic Parish Picnic for the whole county. To further emphasize this day, and to build off of the county-wide energy developed during the listening sessions, I began discussing with different staff members the possibility of offering one big county-wide Mass to lead it off. We could have offered the Mass at Zwanich Point Park, where the picnic will be held, but I try to avoid outdoor Masses as much as possible, and I worried about the dignity of the Eucharist in an uncontrolled setting. When I started looking for a sufficiently sized indoor space, the community building at Lummi, called the Wecklium, became an obvious choice. Not only does it tie us back to the history of Catholicism in our county, but when it was built, the Lummi elders insisted that it also serve as a church, to the point that we still often use it for Catholic funerals. All of this said, having our parishioners fulfill their Mass obligations is far more important to me than forcing everyone into the same Mass. So we are offering a hybrid schedule that weekend. As things stand, we will keep all of the evening Masses on Saturday and Sunday, and offer a limited slate of local Masses early in the morning. The mid-morning Masses will all be canceled in favor of the large Mass at Lummi. The proposed Mass schedule for that weekend is Saturday, June 13th, 5 p.m. at Assumption, 5 p.m. at St. Anne, 5 p.m. at St. Joseph in Linden, and 7 p.m. Spanish at St. Joseph in Linden. For Sunday, June 14th, we'll have an 8:30 a.m. at Assumption, an 8:30 a.m. at St. Joseph in Ferndale, an 8:30 a.m. at St. Joseph in Linden. Then we will have the big 11 a.m. Mass, which will be bilingual, at the Wecklium at Lummi. And we will keep our 5 p.m. Sunday Mass at Sacred Heart. I have high hopes that this is going to be a wonderful, joyous, and impactful weekend. Upcoming vacation. I will be on vacation for the next 2 weeks, except for the evening of our confirmation, which is May 14th. The first week, I will be hanging out with 2 very close priest friends, playing a bunch of board games. The weekend, and then the second week, I will be spending with my dad down in Texas. I will return in time to celebrate Mass with our 6th graders down at Camp Hamilton. As such, there will be no pastor's note from me for the next 2 weeks.